I promise you this video is going to be the best video you see today. Trump at a town hall with Kristi Noem was standing on stage and a man yelled out at him in the crowd. Trump's response, especially, I think it has extra significance after what happened in the tragedy, the disaster of Kamala's interview with Bret Baier on Fox. Trump's response is absolutely amazing. Watch this.
Your father paid for my tuition. 3 kids, 1974. You worried. You're the man. I'm the man. Watch your fire. Thank you.
Pushes aside Secret Service. Says, let the man, he's going to sign him, goes down, meets him, greets him. So it took me a while to figure out who that guy was because it just rang so familiar. And then I remembered I had this clip in my research of this Trump rally, this moving, passionate, amazing, humanizing, sweet, loving story of how Trump took care of this guy's family when they were in the worst of times and hardship. This was the rally back in Uniondale, New York. I don't even know how far ago it was, maybe a month or 2 months ago. I can't even remember. It was definitely not recently. The town hall that you just saw with Kristi Noem was very recent. And I put 2 and 2 together. So in that previous clip, he's yelling out, hey, your father, I mean, some weirdo yells at you at a Trump rally, given the context and the circumstances of what's been going on the last, couple of months. For crying out loud, the last thing you're going to do is like, if it were me, and I don't know if Trump felt this, but he's just so stoic and he's such a stalwart and a leader, he didn't flinch. If it was me, I'd be like, whoa, I don't know who this guy is. Hey, watch that guy. I'd tell Secret Service, I don't know who this dude is. Go check this guy out. Trump immediately recognized, oh, you're the man. Oh, you're that guy. Wait till you hear this story. And then he goes down, pushes aside Secret Service and says, let me talk to him, signs his book, talks to him at length. I mean, just unbelievable. And Kamala wants to say, you should hear Trump at these rallies. She's such a vile, despicable human being, spreading unbelievable lies. The radical extreme left and their state-backed media hasn't stopped once. Even when Vegetable in Chief said we need to lower the temperature. Remember that after Butler, Pennsylvania? He said we need to lower the temperature. Nobody listened. That lasted for about a second, and they were right back at it, kicking up the heat, calling him a terrorist, calling him a threat to democracy, and all this other garbage. But I'm telling you right now, you need to share this out. If you haven't heard this story right here, I'm going to give you a warning. Grab some tissue. This is the most moving story I've ever heard about our president, Donald Trump. Check this out.
I have an amazing story to tell you real quick about what President Trump's father, Fred Trump, did for myself, for my brother, for my sister, for my mother. 1974, my dad suffered a major heart attack. I went to the same school as Donald Trump, the Q Forest School. 3 days after my father's burial, there was a knock on the door one school morning, 7 a.m. I answered the door. It's a distinguished gentleman. I was 10 years old. My father just died. The gentleman said, kid, call your mom. I called my mom from upstairs. She came down. Gentleman said to my mom, I am Fred Trump, Donald's father. And my mom says, yes, I know Donald went to the Q Forest School. And Mr. Fred Trump said to my mom, yes, Mrs. Rem, very sorry about Joseph's death. And what you don't know is I'm still on the board of trustees at the Q Forest School. And this morning, I let Headmaster Mr. Philip Rogers know that from this day forward, myself, Fred Trump, out of my own pocket, is going to pay for your 3 children's tuition because I don't want the kids have to go back into the public school system. And the tuition The tuition in 1974 was $2,500 per child, $7,500, which is about $80,000, $100,000 in today's money. And who would do that except the President Trump's father? The fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, and they give the Trump family grief. The Trump family is a wonderful family, the entire family, sorry. And who else? Can you picture Joseph Biden or Kamala Harris doing that? No. All they care about is buying another mansion. I'm going to tell you, the Trump family is wonderful. I love you, Donald. I wish I could shake your hand. It was my mother's last dying wish to shake your hand and to thank your father, Fred Trump, for what he did for us kids in 1974 in Forest Hills, New York. I love you, President.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that with me.
I don't know how you watch that. I don't know how you watch that and not get emotional. It's just unbelievable. You know, I had a conversation with a neighbor the other day. You know, we were talking, and obviously, given what I do and what we do here, the topic came up of the election. I mean, we're only 19 days away. It's insane. Please vote early as possible. You know, and we started talking. Just got into a conversation. So how can people actually vote for Kamala Harris? How could this election even be close, given what we know about her, given like her track record, given what she's done, putting America last time and time again, what she did in California as a district attorney of San Francisco. San Francisco is a dystopia now. As the attorney general of California, California is in an absolute upheaval now. We've had the largest exodus, my home state, largest exodus of residents, largest influx of illegal criminals, largest skyrocketing crime rates, most taxes, highest gas prices, highest energy prices. The list goes on and on. Newsom and Kamala are the exact same embryo, just split. And we were just kind of talking like, how can people vote for this swine? And I really truly believe it has everything to do with what I've been saying a lot, and that is propaganda is a very, very powerful thing. I mean, propaganda essentially was the spark that flamed World War II, if you really think about it. And when you're told every single day on God knows how many corporate mainstream media network channels every single day that this guy is Hitler, this guy is Mussolini, he's a dictator, spreading lies about Project 2025, which he disavowed. He has nothing to do with Project 2025, saying he's going to exercise the military on American civilians. I mean, the things that they say, he's a threat to democracy, he's dangerous. You've got Hillary Clinton, that absolute swine, going on every single show. God knows who the Dem strategist is, thinking that Hillary's going to convince anybody, and saying that actually saying literally that the media needs to be consistent in their messaging about how dangerous, even after 2 assassination attempts, not even talking about how many more there have been allegedly or non-allegedly. There's some people say there's been more than 3. Some people say there's definitely 3. Some people say there's definitely 2. But 2 is too many. 1 is too many. And she goes on all these shows, and now you've got Kamala in that Fox interview yesterday saying the same thing. He's dangerous. He's evil at his rallies. I mean, it's just his rallies are nothing but love fests. And I think this amazing gentleman's story is just more conclusive proof that you've got to get out of this mainstream media propagandist machine bubble. You've got to exercise your sovereignty, what our forefathers embedded in the fabric of our country through the Constitution, the most beautiful document ever invented, and our great American philosophers, the first real thinkers, literature artists like Ralph Waldo Emerson, Walt Whitman, and more, Thoreau. I mean, there's so many that come to mind, saying that your ultimate power is critical thinking, self-reliance, which I think are emblematic of the beautiful values and principles and what makes America so amazing and so beautiful and so powerful. This needs to go viral. I'm begging you to tap that thumbs up. Not for me. I could care less. When you tap the thumbs up, it sends a signal to the algorithm. The algorithm goes, people are liking this video, and it pushes out this video to more people. More people, especially people who are independent, undecided. I know a lot of us are already on Team Trump. How can you not be if you have any brain in your cranium? But there's a lot of people who still sop up what the mainstream fake woke mafia media tells them and then ask for seconds. They don't know the truth because all they're told is that he's Hitler and a threat to democracy. We need people to understand he's the exact opposite. They've been lying to you for decades. Russia hoax to the impeachments. Everything has been a lie. He's been right about everything. He's been right about the fake news. Please, please tap that like button. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of that beautiful, heartwarming story? I mean, I still get chills. Amazing, amazing. It's hard not to get emotional about that. Let me know what you think about that. I would love to hear from you. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here. If you haven't seen these already, subscribe and follow by tapping my face right there. 19 days away, my fellow Americans. Please, please, let's make the right decision on November 5th and get our country back. God bless you. God bless President Trump and J.D. Vance. And God bless America. I'll see you soon.